Time to make some promo photos for 787 Coffee, and I'm gonna bring you along with me to show you every step of the way. So recently when we were in New York City, we went to 787 Coffee and we made pretty good friends with the people working there and as well as their social media team. So they were kind enough to send us some coffee here to do some promo photos for them and everything that we can create just with a nice bag of 787 coffee beans. And we're gonna see what creativeness we can do today. So we got the bag right here, which is attached with tennis string behind it into my tennis baskets. And we're out here in the garage because we're gonna be using that with a little bit of ground up chalk that we got just to be able to do some cool little photos, hopefully. So it's time to make some chalk become dust because we're gonna be using it with this. This is a little chalk that we're gonna be using. I couldn't find any powder chalk, but we're gonna make it powder ourselves by hitting it with a little bit of a hammer in the bag, and hopefully it works out. And it's done. So after kind of trying to get everything ready, I noticed that this might be a little bit too high up. So I'm gonna try to set up some boxes on the ground. That way it might be a little bit easier to make sure that I can just be from below. So the camera angle from the 35 to 150 makes sense, and it can be just, you know, nice, and over the product should be more from above. So we'll test it out. Cool. So this is my quote unquote overhead grid, which for now it should be okay. It's just gonna have to be a trial and error kind of thing, but I'm also trying to limit how much I do before I start adding all the chalk, since I only have a limited amount. So we're gonna, I guess, find out together if I'm gonna be doing it like this or if I need to do it somehow handheld with like a stool and just kind of do it from above myself. I'm gonna be using my Tamron 200X for the light. I'm gonna take it out to the garage and set it up and see what we can make happen. So I think I'm ready to take a couple test shots first before adding the good old, what's it called, chalk. And then from there, we'll try to do the chalk photos and then we'll do the rest. So my goal is gonna be to do a high shutter. So we're gonna crank up that ISO when it comes down to it, because otherwise we don't get that freeze motion that I would wanna get. We're gonna have to test it out this way and just kind of hope for the best. So it's time to get my wife to help me out to hit it from the bottom while I take the photo, and well, we'll play it by ear. Too much. Then like red, blue, and orange like that so that it doesn't mesh too much.
Already?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, go. Go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I was thinking of what I can do now, since it's like that. I can just take this off and just kind of put it there and just take it on top of it and clean up the bag a little bit, but that's it. So those are a little bit of the ideas that I wanted to do. Now I'm gonna just do with whatever's left of the chalk, just kind of putting it on there, see if I can get any cooler ideas, but that way we can see and play everything safe, since you never know. You always want to overshoot a little bit with these, just since we're kind of doing things a little bit on the fly. Hopefully one will be good. Sometimes you have to bring the coffee shop to you. With 787 Coffee, you get that fresh aroma as you pour the beans into the grinder to get them nice and grounded up. The moment you get that creamy shot of espresso poured through, the frothing of the milk as if you were just at the coffee shop, 787 Coffee Beans gives you an experience as if you would at their shops, no matter how far away you are from them. Well, that's one of the sequence that I wanted to do for the 787, making the coffee, you know, the process, because you're missing your favorite coffee place, since I don't live in New York City, but we love it a lot. So very nice. Now that I've made my own, I have to make one for my wife because she wants one too, but We're gonna make one real quick for her, and then I'll give you some good old thoughts on the process, what I wish I could have done more of, and basically just kind of going through the motions of the shoot. What did you guys think of the photos and videos that we were able to create using, well, just things that were available to me that I was able to get for either very cheap or that I had around the house to be able to create those photos and videos? For myself, using basically colors like that I use for the chalk were based off of the colors of the 787 kind of branding right here that they had for their packaging, as well as just wanted to do a little bit of a sequence that it was more about creating just basically the coffee at home while you're just missing maybe as a coffee shop or anything like that, but you're able to still use their coffee beans at home because it's a great experience. So just something that I thought it was kind of cool to do as a little bit of a kind of promo shoot for them. For me personally, obviously it was a little bit more of a very low budget kind of style that I wanted to do because I wanted to showcase, well, mainly for myself, that I could just create something with whatever was around me as much as I could for the price point, so that if you're starting out, you're able to just go ahead and start testing out things and practicing and doing things like that to be able to just better your skills. That's what I tend to do for myself a lot when it comes down to any content creation that I want to just practice or make and everything like that. It's just push my limits when it comes down to it to see if I can make something out of just like a low budget or anything, because most of the time, most of us don't have a big budget like most of the, commercial kind of companies that do it. But a lot of small businesses need the help where it's more budget friendly for them, where you're still making your money that you need to be making for your time and labor, and they're also gaining something out of it. So it's not breaking the bank, it's kind of, working together in that aspect, which is the whole purpose of this video. It's been nice working with 787 when I was out in New York City, just creating some content here or there and just kind of showcasing what I can do for them while I was out there doing some other videos of mine, which is kind of what you want to do sometime if you don't have a portfolio, or if you're wanting to work with a brand and you want to kind of show them what you're able to do that can help them out to, kind of hire you. It's always good to do some spec work if you're able to and have the, time and dedication of something you want to create, which is what I wanted to do today for myself. I was able to do some nice little videos with the ZV-E1, A7S III, photos with the A7 IV, and just be able to create just what I wanted to try to test out for my skills and get the best that I could with the limited time and resources to take the photos and videos. So now, what did you guys think about the photos and videos, the little sequence and everything? Let me know your thoughts below. We'd love to know what you think. What would you have done differently and added to it, or maybe, whatever you could have done differently could help me out to do better for next time. And that way we can keep pushing each other's limits, well, to challenge ourselves to become better creators, because that's the ultimate thing when it comes down to making these videos, is to get better for myself, and I can help you guys out as well to become better. That's awesome. But hopefully you had a lot of fun with me, and I appreciate everybody that watches these videos. Let me know any ideas that you want me to try out for future kind of promo spec kind of work that you would want me to test out, and maybe it'll challenge myself to do something differently next time. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.